హలో రా! గుడ్ మార్నింగ్ అమ్మా. ఒక్కసారి నాకు సౌండ్ క్లియర్‌గా ఉందా లేదో కెన్ యూ జస్ట్ మెసేజ్ మీ రా? ఓకే. థాంక్ యూ. విల్ జస్ట్ సీ 2 to 3 minutes, then we'll start our class. Okay. Yeah, unless and otherwise we will specify that there is no class. By default, class will be there. And also, I just shared one link, right, for joining the class. That is the default link. That is the personal meeting ID that I gave you all. Meanwhile, if that is not clear or anything, feel free to message in the chat window. So unless and otherwise we give you specific link, usually it will remain the same if you observe it because we'll be using the meeting ID for the class purpose. Okay. And then one more thing, there are so many requests regarding Excel. Most probably, please make your next Sunday afternoon free. We are trying to schedule one class on Sunday afternoon, but if you really have any commitments or anything, then I think we can meet some other time as well. You are welcome to come to my house also. Usually my Sundays I keep it free always, mostly afternoon unless some family dinners comes up. Yeah, then you can just meet me. Or Saturday also I'm fine in the evening. So you can check with me just one day before, or otherwise I'll be inviting you for coffee meets also. I will not be teaching the course that time, but if you have any personal doubts like how to use Excel and all after the workshop, you are welcome to come to our house. I am staying near Sime MRT, and also it can be if you take blue line, it's Expo Upper Changi. Upper Changi, Sime, and Tampines are close to me. So you can just ping me anytime. But only this month is a little bit tight. Otherwise, I'm fine anytime. But I'll be scheduling some coffee invites also. Please see if you're convenient. You can just walk in. Okay, those two things I just wanted to convey. And also by now we have already configured batch 1, which is weekend batch, and batch 2, which is a weekday batch. But some of the requests are like one class, maybe they can make it up on weekend, but one more on weekday. That's fine. That's the reason we started sharing the link in both weekend batch and weekday batch. By any chance, if you are not added any of the groups, please let us know. And today Jyoti is has some family urgency. Otherwise, usually Jyoti is the one who can help us coordinating all these things for the testing and also membership. One more clarification regarding membership before we start class. I think many of you are already registered for membership. Thanks a lot for your support and encouragement, because the main idea behind is no, we are trying to bring new workshops, new health club, educational club, and recreation and family club. This is the main idea. And also parallelly we are trying to onboard like a few Amulus for full-time jobs also from Amulu. Based on the Amulu's projects, we'll be onboarding to, already we have onboarded like 2 to 3 Amulu for part-time works. So this is the main goal of Amulu. Yeah, that's the only thing. But if you have not collected your membership cards, I have given the link in your WhatsApp Amulu groups. Feel free to contact any one of you, any one of the team to collect the cards. If really difficult, then you can check with Jyoti. We will try to arrange by a post also. Or if you are coming to any of the workshops which are conducted by Amulu, like we are trying to conduct a Reels workshop, which is a dance workshop, and also like a calligraphy workshops. When you are coming to the event, you can collect there as well. Yeah, there's the only the short info before the class starts. Now let's get started with our class. Let me share my screen. Any doubts, please feel free to put in the chat window. At the end of the class, we'll be giving. I hope everyone is set up with the computers also. I can see some of you like with the computers already. Yes, Vasudha, you are trying with the other login, is it? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. Okay, good. Let me share my screen. Okay. So 1 second, let me close my WhatsApp. Yeah. Okay, this is the one. Okay, before going, actually, I have set up one folder for you all. This link, the folder link, I'll be sharing in our group descriptions. So, where you get to see some of the documents, I will tell you what I have shared with you. One is the notebook, whatever the manual testing course. I started drafting the courses here. We'll go through it for now for some time. So, this is one of the documents that I'll be sharing with you, and also one more thing is knowledge book. Usually parallel with the manual testing class, we will be coming up with some of the terminologies, right? Whenever I feel like I just wanted to share with you something personal, something out of the box for the manual testing course, like these new terminologies and all, I'll be drafting here. So whenever you get time, you don't need to go through computer also. From WhatsApp group link description, you can click on it and you can just go through the content. This is one more thing just I shared with you. And some of you have requested for PowerPoint also I'll be putting in the same folder. So one folder which is like manual testing, so you can just get to all the documents. Okay. And in this regard, I just wanted to tell you one more thing. This is the Google Drive that you are looking at now, right? Similarly, all the offices will be having a share folder concept. So whenever you write something, you put up something, maybe in future you put up the test screens, everything, correct? So if you want to share with the team, they will be setting up something like a share folder where you are able to share with sorry, where you are able to share with the other team members and the company. So similar to this, since I put up in the Google Drive is a kind of cloud technology. I think many of you know already, but if you don't know, just this is a term, cloud technology. So main thing is whatever I do. Suppose, for example, I have done in the my computer only. If I save a folder in my desktop here, it's visible only to me, right, in the computer itself. But if I put up something here in a Google Drive like that, I'm able to share with all of you. So see, currently it's locked, right? I just purposely put it like this so you will understand. Currently, I have not given the sharing option with you. So now I'm going to share like anyone with the link. So whoever has the link, you can access. So this is the main benefit of cloud technology. Similarly, Google Drive is one of the cloud applications. Similarly, in offices, we'll be having some kind of share folder which is set up by the computer IT department in your companies. So I just wanted to share with new thing with you. Share folder. I think whenever you get time, you just go through these terminologies and just imagine what we have explained about the feature. So these two things. So going parallelly, whenever we get some new term, I'll be putting here. So it's easy for you to understand. Okay. So I'll be sharing the notes. Yeah, this is the notes that I have gone. We have already explained it. I'll just go through you quickly the new terms that we put up. We know the software definition I have put up already. What is a program? It's a set of instructions that is also done. And one more important thing is computer can understand machine language only, right? Zeros and ones. These zeros and ones are called binary language. That is one more thing for you. Binary language is just zeros and ones. Okay, this is one new thing. And types of software testing we have seen already. One is manual testing and one more is automation testing. I have given a simple definitions for you all to understand and remember easily. Because if you see the definitions in internet, you will get to know like thousands of definitions. But whatever easy for us to understand, I put up. So whenever you interviews, you can just give the clear explanation like this. That's more than enough. And going forward, we'll be getting so many other definitions that I'll be drafting in the same document. So just make sure that you go through these documents whenever you get free time. Okay. Manual testing I have already put up here. So the main purpose of manual testing is to identify the bugs, issues, and defects in the software application. So what is the difference between bugs, issues and defects? We'll be looking in the upcoming classes. Then also I mentioned that 100% automation is not at all possible. It's really impossible. That's the reason why we have good demand for manual testing. And also to make it a automation testing, the system application should be stabilized under standard. But to reach to that position, I think companies have to gone through so much revisions. That's the reason why 100% automation testers will not be in need for a computer. So they will be looking for mostly manual testers. Like if you have like 90% manual testers, 10% only they can give it to the automation testers. So manual testing definitions also I put up one or two definitions that for you easy to understand. And coming to automation testing needed coding, and you have some tools to learn automation testing. For example, you might have seen in like when you're trying to apply for jobs like Selenium, QTP, these are all nothing but the tools for automation testing to make the process automative. So these are the things that you can ignore for now. After the manual testing, we'll be looking at these tools. Automation testing is a software that performs using special automated testing software tools to execute a test case. So this is the just definition for automation testing. So these definitions you go through for the interviews. And yeah, this one I have already told you, but just to go through one more time. As a manual tester, we need to get the requirement from the company, and you just read and understand the documentation. Usually they will be giving you BRD. As told you already, this is business requirement document. Okay, we need to understand the documentation if it is there. But practically what will happen when you join a job, nobody will bother to give you this thing. Okay, just like a practical life will be like that. So you will be started with the application that the company has given it to you, but you will end up like application. If you have started your job at the beginning of the application, when the company is going to start the application and they give you as a tester, that's very easy because step by step you will be doing. But most of the practical scenarios, you will be ending up with the application maybe at the end once the application has completely developed, and they will be inviting you as a tester. During that time, you need to understand the application. That's the main challenge. Understanding application is 80% of the testing is covered. I mean, if you know the application thoroughly, then you are almost done the completion of the testing. So that's very, very important. When you join any company in the middle or at the end of the application development, please do request for a KT session. KT session is nothing but the knowledge transfer, we say. These are the terms that you will come across in all the companies. So you can request your boss, I need a KT session. Can you please arrange it for me? So that is very, very important thing when you join any companies, because these are all I'm sharing with you, whatever is expressed maybe from my experience or from my colleagues or friends. So this is the thing. So we need to understand the application. That is the first step. Then, based on the application and based on the requirement, you will be drafting all the test cases. We will be which one we will be looking now. So you will draft all the test cases and also put up in a proper document. So for this, I mentioned that usually Excel is the most widely used for this purpose to draft all your test cases. I mentioned already why we are going for Excel, because we have too many test cases coming up. So it's not like a simple one or two so that I can put up in a document. So for notes, I have taken the document because easy for me to add on. But for test cases, it will be properly organized. So we'll be using the Microsoft Excel for drafting the test cases. Once you have completely drafted all your test cases, then we need to go for the review. Review usually win by the team lead. Suppose if you are one of the team leads, then your team will come to you to go through the test cases, whether you have covered all the possible scenarios. as a user, because you will be putting yourself as a user. How whatever the user's personalities, right, there are so many different types of personalities. Some people will try to, like all the negative things like entering the text box and all, which will be looking now, so don't worry about it. So this review usually will be done by the team lead or business is most widely used in your companies. Business people is nothing but who gave the actual requirement. So that's why we'll call it business or business unit or business in your company. They will say like that. So this one need to be reviewed. And okay, what they will say, they will review all your test cases and they will tell you to add on more test cases, or okay, this one already duplicated before, so you can ignore. Like this, they will be giving the comments for your test cases. After everything, now I'm ready with my test cases. I have drafted, I have went for the review, everything is approved, then I'm ready for the testing. Then what will happen? The IT team in your company will set up a environment. UAT, this is the widely used word that you will come across when you're working in the company as a tester. UAT is user acceptable acceptance testing, you can put. Okay, acceptance, because this is the environment, because whenever like something is already in production, there's one more word, production. Production అంటే ఏంటంటే already it's used by the public, already in live, it's ready for use by the user. These terms, before if you put the testing in production, then all the public will be looking at your testing, like what's going on. You keep on changing the terms and text in the content, correct? So we will not do any testing in production. Production is the environment used by the public. So we have a similar replica of the production environment, so that is called UAT environment. So UAT environment is the widely used by the testers. All the testers will be using the UAT. It's a kind of duplicate. You can think that there's a like Gmail. If you see, we are trying to log in, right? That is a public website. Means it's visible by everyone around the world. But as a tester, I need to do it in a private environment, which is a user acceptance environment. So this is called UAT. So this is one thing that we will be doing the testing. After that, if you come across any bugs and defects using while testing, then you need to report it back to the teams, which is done by the tools. Jira and all will be looking in future classes. So once you have reported the bugs and defects, then the technical team will be fixing for them. Will be doing the fixes and they will tell you that okay, I have completed fixing this bug or defect. You are ready now for testing. Then once these things are fixed, then we need to retest the same scenarios again to make sure all the test cases are passed and failed. We already put up in the status. Now we are going to put these things also. We'll see what is pass criteria and what is fail criteria. So once all the things are fixed, deployed and retested, everything is working fine now. Then, because when you're doing one fix, there should not be a chance that other thing which was working previously, it should not be a defect again. So we need to make sure, okay, for example, you have tested three things. A, B, C, you have tested. Okay. B was not working fine. So he reported back to the team. So technical team, what he has done, he has fixed the bug B and he gave it to you. So you will test that B is fine, working fine. That's not enough. You need to go through A and C also to make sure while fixing the bug B, they should not be altering anything for A and C. So this is a kind of regression testing, we say. So it's a regression to make sure all other modules along with the bug raised module is also working fine. Working fine means working as expected. So all these you will be completing. Then what you do, you need to sign off for the testing, saying that okay, the properly tested everything. Complete sign off is given by this tester. So these are the things that All the testers will be following these steps. Then when I'm telling you A, B, C are modules, right? What do you mean by module? For example, just imagine WhatsApp application. Okay, WhatsApp is one particular application. But if you observe WhatsApp, there are so many things, right? Like phone calls, chat, I mean messaging, then also attaching the media, voice call, video call, and status. There are so many things, right? So when they develop WhatsApp and when you ask you to test, so it's very difficult. It's such a complex system that you will not be able to do everything properly when they gave it to you as a big application. So what usually companies will follow మాడ్యూల్ వైజ్ టెస్టింగ్. మాడ్యూల్ అంటే ఏంటంటే సింపుల్ పార్ట్స్గా డివైడ్ చేస్తారనమాట. ఇఫ్ యూ హ్యావ్ ఏ వెరీ బిగ్ టాస్క్ దే విల్ బి putting them into small parts like, okay, WhatsApp, I have a team of 5 people from you to test my WhatsApp. Okay, the team 1 will be working on the phone icon. Okay, you people try the phone icon testing. Then I'll call one more team. You people can work on the status. So this is a kind of modularizing the task, meaning they will be putting up into smaller building blocks of the program. The entire program they will divide. So usually all the companies will be doing module wise testing. So that's it. So module wise testing, what are the benefits of module testing? It's a kind of smaller chunks for a bigger and high complex program. So you can work parallelly. Okay, I don't need to wait for team 1 to complete the call function. Then only I can start status, right? The team A can work on the call function from WhatsApp, whereas team C can work on the status. So it can go parallelly. The testing can be parallelly, so we can complete like more efficiently. All right. Meanwhile, if you have any doubts, please feel free to put in the chat window here. If I'm missing, just unmute also and let me know if anything. Okay, Ayaka, can you provide the material for us? Yes, dear. This one is the Google Drive that I shared with you. I'm going to share the link with you all. So Google Drive, you can access to the document and also the knowledge book, which is just like knowledge purpose, and also all the presentation slides that I'm giving you in the classes. All these you can access. And whatever assignments and all, see, you can just look here. Of course, some of them may be private to our team. Otherwise, remaining all I put up in the Google Drive. Okay. Any other doubts? May I know what do you mean by baseline test case? Baseline test case. Okay, all right. We have not started writing the test case. So we will put up the test cases now. Okay, thank you. Yeah, if any doubts, please feel free to enter in the chat box. Wow, thank you, Divya. I can see you are attending from office also. I'm very happy for you. But see, if any difficult, then yeah, I can pause up. No issue. All right, guys. I'm happy to see you all. Yeah. This is the kind of motivation that we need from each and every one of you, because knowledge is something that when you get a new knowledge, like it's a new beginning every day, just try to gain some new knowledge per day. It will give you ultimate satisfaction. And also today motivation is just time management. I know many of us are facing the same challenge, but yeah, try to manage your time efficiently. And if I say time management means spending with family, friends, this is definitely not a time waste. This is a quality time. So try to learn how to spend the quality time productively. Yeah, that's the only motivation. Okay. Yeah, like this, I put up the document. So you please go through it and learn all the definitions. And also, we have seen last classes, we have seen STLC and also SDLC. Only these two things for this class. After that, we'll be heading to our assignment. Okay. STLC is software testing life cycle. I have given you what are the steps here. Please go through it. We will be taking the requirement. Then after that, okay, test planning is something like usually team lead will be doing. When you have a only one person in your team, two people in your team, normally nobody bothers about this. But usually test planning is something like, okay, based on the requirement, we have this much timeline we have in our hands, we have this much budget, what are the how many resources we need, how much timeline we can ask. These kind of things all will go in the test planning, like how many test cases, how many scenarios, how many resources, what is the timeline, how much budget we have, how to manage. All these will be giving in the test planning. Once test planning is done, they will be moving to the test case development, which is the actual test case scripting, also they will say test case development or test case scripting. Then, after everything is done and reviewed by the team lead or business, then the technical team in our companies will set up the environment for us. Usually, UAT environment we say, but some companies they will have kind of UAT2 platform, UAT, I mean, platform or environment, or UAT3 environment. So, usually, based on the companies, will be having this environment. So they will give you proper link and all where is the actual testing that you need to carry on. Okay. After writing everything and after environment is set up, then you will be executing your testing. So after all the test executions parallelly, you will be documenting the test execution. As I mentioned, test case execution proofs are very, very important. When you go to the corporate world, people will be like a practical scenario I'm sharing with you. People will try to throw it to the other person. It's a kind of thing we should be properly perfect everywhere wherever you go. Try to document whatever the testing you have done. That's very important. Then after everything is done, you will raise the bugs. If the bug is fixed by the technical team, they will be giving it to you again. You need to retest. Once everything is perfect, then you will be closing your test cycle by signing off for the testing. Okay. After testing also, you may ask me, okay, after I signed off my testing, again, people are telling that they came up with this error. Is it possible? Yes, it's definitely possible. Even though we have done the testing, technical team will be redoing some of other deployments. During that time there might be some cases like where again there will be errors and bugs. That is the reason why after everything is done, after technical team has fixed for that, we will be again doing regression testing. So these kind of things I already put up here. So whenever you get time, please go through them. Regression testing means what? Proper definitions for regression testing and all. We have so many other terms for testing in this scenario, like sanity testing, smoke testing, black box testing, white box testing. All these kind of definitions I'll be giving you in the following classes. Okay. So test SDLC you have seen. SDIC I have mentioned already in last two classes. I just gave you the definition here, followed by the what are the actual steps. So please go through them. So this is the notes that I have given it to you for today. So whenever you get time, just go through, click on the WhatsApp groups 1 and 2 descriptions. I'll be sharing the link there. Okay. With that, we'll be going to our actual scenarios now, practical experience. Okay. But that last week, I have explained to you about the Gmail screen, like login screen, assignment one. So usually whenever you come across any question in the interview, how do you write test case, how to write test cases in manual testing, how to write test cases for Gmail login page. If your interviewer asks you, these are all the examples that we are going to explain now. So whenever you started your testing or writing test cases, there are two things that you need to be they need to have in mind. One is positive test case and one more is negative test case. Because if the person like enters everything positive in the sense, I mean in these scenarios, like suppose Gmail login, if he enters correct username, correct password, then no issues. He should be able to see the home screen successfully. But what if it's a negative test case? If the person is trying to log in using a wrong password, if the person is trying to enter the special characters which is normally not allowed in Gmail. So all these negative test cases are also very, very important compared with the positive test cases. So as a tester you need to be like 360 degrees mindset. Like as a person, what are all the users will be doing? He may be doing like this, he may be doing like this. So all the possible scenarios you need to think about. So this is the two things that you need to keep in mind. So with that, we'll be starting with the Gmail screen. I think some of you have sent me assignment already. I'm really happy. At the same time, as I mentioned, some of them missed the class and we need to take the hands-on experience for the Gmail screen, usually for beginners. So that is the reason why we are doing this assignment again. Okay, so this is the proper Gmail screen given it to you as a tester. So how we do the test cases. Okay, before that I'll just be sharing. Some of you have shared with me already. But don't worry about if anyone has not done like this. Yeah, this is a very good work. It's nice, Sudha. Thank you. I think two more also have sent it to me. I was just analyzing the test script. I will be writing the comments and reply back to your emails with any comment. Okay, this is the document that she made up, Sudha. So this is basically the serial number and module, scenario, what are the test steps to go through this particular scenario, what is the expected result, what is the actual result, and what is the status. And she put up the photo. Of course, each and every company may have a little bit different with these terms and with the columns, but as usual, the standard template is definitely something like I have shared with you in the last classes. So we'll be doing that now. So take your Excels. I think all of you are ready with your Excels. So take your Excel. I'll show you one thing, then you will repeat the same thing. Then after that, we'll come back to you for any question answers. Okay. So yeah, you see my screen first. Then after that, I'll be giving you time for that. Okay. This is the first assignment one. Gmail login screen. So you make a new document, but this is actually I'm working in the Google spreadsheet. So yours may be working on your own computer in Excel. So little bit different by look and feel little bit different. Otherwise, functions are all the same things. So first write like this project name. Whenever you do any test cases, usually some companies they will follow a particular pattern here. Like project name, some people even add one more thing, like what is the CR number or something. Change request. I think for now you don't need it. Usually companies will have the request numbers, code numbers for their request, because every team will be doing the requirement, right? Like when you're working in a company, there will be a big boss and there are so many teams. Suppose for team A, they need some kind of thing like suppose I'm working in WhatsApp. So what I do is I put up a request that I want to start working on reels for my WhatsApp. WhatsApp people are already using it nicely. Why not we put up the reels so that people will use only WhatsApp instead of Insta and all these things. So I can put a request to my big boss. Then one day when we are putting a request, there will be a reference with that number, which is a code that is called CR number. So some companies usually put up a CR number. If you don't have for that project, you can leave it empty. Usually it will be some kind of code like Amulu, for Amulu we gave, no, something like that. Okay. And created date of creation or something like that. Whenever done by or something date you can put up. So device tested. Usually if the your test scenarios are your team thinks that you need to work only on Android. If you are working only on Android, your device is fixed, right? You can say that Android, or for currently we are starting our web application. So we can just put that web web browser. You know, right? Google Chrome and all these are called web browsers. I'll put up that also. What do you mean by web browser? Kind of Google Chrome is for perfect example for, if you see in previous days you have Internet Explorer, and also if you're working on a MacBook, it will be Safari. So these are all the web browsers. Okay, how you use the web web. So that is called a web browser. So web browser I'm working now for the Google login screen created by project name and project name testing course. This is Gmail login screen. Okay. So this is the one that you please make it for me after I explain it to you. And also web browser test data. Test data means usually for some of the things they will give it to you. Okay, the username is UI something UI UX and password is something PASSVORD 345. Something like that they will give you the test data. So you can draft it now like this, or if your test data is different for each test case, then we'll be adding up. Otherwise, the standard format will be something like this. So you need to make up, or you can just remove these two for now. Okay, you put like this project name, CR number, you put something created by your name and date. So this thing, and we are going with the standard template. As I mentioned, there may be some slight changes to this, but if they give you the choice like okay, you do yourself the template, then you can add up these columns. So very important thing is test case ID. Test case ID people will follow like 1 2 3 like that. Some people will follow, some people will follow if they have like if they think that they have hundreds of test cases, they will feel like 001. Some people will fall like TC001, which I usually do. I like to do like this way. Or some people, if they are doing on multiple projects, what they do is TC. Now we are working on the Gmail login screen, right? Gmail, L for login, GLS. GLS means Gmail login screen. If you put up a shortcut keys here, Gmail login screen 001. Yeah, this way you can put also. So that it's like very clear for you. TC. TC is a test case. TC means test case. Okay. Test case ID. So TC0GLS001 Gmail login screen. Okay. And then you use the autofill function and make it like maybe we'll put up like this. So all of you, I want you to make use of the autofill also here. And coming to the test scenario. For this current one, test scenario is the standard heading for your column. Test scenario is Gmail login screen. You can keep for now. Is the same test scenario I'm using for this class. We're working on the test scenario, same test scenario. So I'll be using the same test again, autofill function. And what is your test case? So here, this is the heading. Put the headings first, test cases, and also if there is any free condition, if any. What are the test steps to go to that scenario? And what is the test data? What is the expected result? Expected result. What is the actual result? What is the test status? What is the device tested? Date of execution and executed by. Yeah. Can you all writing this heading, this row only? Remaining you can do later. I want you to write your test case ID. Yeah, you can log into your Excel now. Put these headings, test case ID. Yeah, you don't need to look at my screen now. You open your Excel and I'll be dictating you. I think any doubt, any difficulties, please put in the chat window. Environment setup we need to do now? No need. Environment setup we cannot do. Usually it will be done by the IT team in your company. Like they will tell you environment in the sense they may be giving you some link. Okay, this is the link you can start. I will show it to you, but in our system it's difficult to replicate, but you don't need to worry about environment setup. This is done by the technical team and they will give it to you. Either URL or in mobile they will give you so and so application. Okay, so all of you put these
Okay.
yeah, you can unmute guys if it is difficult, because practical examples you can unmute and you can talk to me, that way is better. Yeah, put up test case ID, test scenario, next column, test scenario. Next column, test case. All of you following here? Any difficulty, please talk to me. Test case. Next is precondition, if any. And next column will be your test steps. Next column is test data. And next column is expected result. And actual result. Test status. Device tested. Date of execution. And executed by. And try to, those who are new to Excel, please try to format it nicely. Okay, done. If everyone done, please reply in the chat window. What you have done, you just put up the heading, which is very important because being the standard template, I want you to write down yourself. That's the reason why I asked you to write all the column names. If some of you done already, please reply in the chat window that you are ready with the template. Or you can even unmute and talk to me. And rename your tab also test cases. Or you can mention, some of the people will usually put test script.
After the test
Now,
status, what is the next step, Sailaja?
status. After the test status, device tested. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I feel free to unmute and talk. Yeah, that's way we can improve our, interaction, our time efficiency, and also communication. We can improve our communication. Take it, take this as an opportunity if you want to talk or anything. Date of execution, executed by. All set, guys. If anyone difficulty with Excel, anything, good.
After test cases, precondition if any, తర్వాత ఏంటండి?
Okay, Nisha. Test cases, precondition.
Test
Okay,
cases.
I'll put.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go slowly. Okay, first thing is check test case ID, test
Yeah.
scenario, test case, precondition. Precondition usually people don't use, but I want you to write it so that it will be a practice for you in future. After precondition, test steps, then test data, then expected result, actual result, test status, device tested, date of execution, executed by. Okay. Okay, done. Many of you done already. Okay, as mentioned, because this may not be completely the same format that people will be using, but these are all kind of mandatory fields that I gave you. So even if they don't give you can add yourselves because it will be easy for you when they come up with why this is not tested, when it was tested like this. So it's always better to follow all the steps. Again, some people, the top part I gave you, right? Project name and all. This one may be different for a company again. Some people may add up, what is the environment link that you have tested, all this URL also they will give you. By the way, URL means you all know URL is like the unified modified language, something like the no, unified resource locator. Okay. But basically URL means website link. You can understand like that. You can website link. Suppose if I'm typing here HTTPS, something like maybe Amulu. Okay, I'll give you. Okay, this one. Like this, if I give you, this is called a URL. So that is the meaning of URL. So software testing environment, usually people will be giving you so and so link for you, which you can access in your company only. Some of the links will not be working at home network, something like that, based on your security arrangements from the company. Okay. So all done right with the headings. All done. So next one is I want you to make a autofill TCGLS001 or TC001. You can take any of your choice for this class. I put in the chart window also. Please put TC001 or you can also mention TCGLS stands for Gmail login screen testing, right? So like this. Whatever you feel interesting you can follow the same thing and use it a autofill function. Just we may not these many screens for this assignment, but I want you to complete until 13. So please don't type it. Make use of autofill function. Just come to the right corner. When you put a mouse here, when you're putting mouse here, that one also they say like hover your mouse. That is one more new word for you for today class. Hover your mouse antaru. Hovering means like just put your mouse button at the end like this until you see a plus symbol. Then drag it all the way. Okay, clear? Right? Okay, next one. Next, we are going to put the actual test case. To know the actual test case, you should be knowing your application properly. For this, what is application for this lesson? Gmail screen. Gmail screen, our application. Then we'll see what is the actual before understanding and writing the test cases. Okay, let me open my Gmail. But I have already opened here, right? So what I'm doing is I'm going to one more browser or I'm going to incognito window. If you see the three dots here, it's called incognito window. Okay, incognito window means it doesn't remember what I have done before. Otherwise, if I just put up here, something here on the same browser which I'm doing right now, computer knows, right? I have already logged in so many times before, and I have actually given the password to remember. So it will automatically give me the home screen like this. It won't ask me enter your user ID and password. That's the reason why I'm using the incognito window. So there's one more new thing for you, incognito window. Incognito window and also cookies. కుకీస్ అంటే ఏంటంటే యూజువల్గా మనము ఇప్పుడు పాస్వర్డ్ రిమెంబర్ మై పాస్వర్డ్ అని టైప్ చేస్తుంటాం కదా వెన్ ఎవర్ యూ లాగిన్. సో దోస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ కుకీస్. కుకీస్ అంటే ఇట్ విల్ రిమెంబర్, కంప్యూటర్ విల్ రిమెంబర్, విల్ స్టోర్ ఇన్ ఇట్స్ మెమరీ. కంప్యూటర్ విల్ store and give you the password whenever you need to retrieve that account. So that's one more new thing. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to the incognito window here. I'm trying for my Gmail login. Let's see the application to understand. Sign in. Okay, this is the screen that I'm taking, right? The first screen, as I told you, we need the proofs for all the screens. So I'm taking a screen using snipping tool. Of course, there are many ways to do it, but as a beginner, I want you to take a snipping tool and snip it like this. Then file. You can put all the screens in one folder. Later you can arrange, or you can directly put in your Excel. Maybe I'll just put directly in the Excel for now. If any difficulty in taking the screens, let me know. I'll be putting my screen just for my understanding. I'm putting here, later I can copy. Sorry, copy the. Give me a second. Sorry, Gmail login. Okay, before screens, I will explain the application first. We'll be looking only 3 test case scenarios for this class. Okay, so this is the actual sign in window, right? Okay, if you see testing for the Gmail screen, you have so many other categories as well. ఫస్ట్ ఏంటంటే అసలు లుక్ అండ్ ఫీల్ కరెక్ట్గా ఉందో లేదో చెప్తాము. వీ నీడ్ టు సీ వెదర్ ఆల్ ద టెక్స్ట్, ఆల్ ద బటన్స్ అంటే దీస్ ఆర్ కాల్డ్ ద బటన్స్. This is called the text, right? Not your computer use guest mode. This is called text. Whereas if you have a box, something like that, and you have like you can call it as a placeholder or text box. These two are new things I will write in the knowledge book for you. So this thing is called text box. This is the actual text, not your computer is called a text. Next is a button, right? Whereas you see some other things here. Forgot your email, learn more about using guest mode, create account. What is happening for this kind of text? When you put the mouse here, I gave you a word already. When you hover your mouse here, look, it's changing to the hand symbol, correct? So these are called the hyperlinks in your screen. Hyperlink అంటే ఏంటంటే when you click on that, it will open up one more page for you. Those are called hyperlinks. Okay, this is the thing that you need to understand. So whenever the Gmail screen is given to you, first if you are thinking about checking on the basic window whether it's everything is in place like text box, buttons, hyperlinks, in this one people usually will call as UI testing or content testing. So it depends on the application whether you are doing as a UI tester or a functional tester. సో యూఐ టెస్టర్ అంటే ఏంటంటే కాంటెంట్ యూఐ లైక్ కరెక్ట్గా నీకు కలర్ అది స్క్రీన్ కరెక్ట్గా ఉందా, ఇస్ ద కలర్ ఆఫ్ ద బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ ఈస్ కరెక్ట్, వెదర్ ద కలర్ ఆఫ్ ద జీమెయిల్ ఐకాన్ ఈస్ కరెక్ట్, వెదర్ ద బటన్ ఈజ్ ఇన్ బ్లూ కలర్ ఓన్లీ. ఇలా పర్టికులర్గా చెక్ చేయటాన్ని మనం కాంటెంట్ టెస్టింగ్ ఆర్ యూఐ టెస్టింగ్ అంటూ ఉంటారు ఆఫీస్లో. So this one is just checking the whether content verification, whether content is properly projected. So for this screen is okay. Sometimes what will happen, some of the screen should be on the right side of the window. Usually the Gmail icon is on the right window. So when you check on different devices, it may look different. So that is where the testing for UI is also very important. We say that device compatibility. When you go to the knowledge book, I'll put device compatibility. Device compatibility ఏంటంటే ఈ రోజు నువ్వు you're checking on the website, right? On the web browser you're checking device, sorry, compatibility. You're checking on the website and it's fine, working fine. You checked on your mobile phone, your iPhone, it's working fine. Then you cannot sign up for that scenarios because you need to test on different devices. Because why? Because all the devices are of different sizes and different margins, right? సో ఈ జీమెయిల్ ఐకాన్ అనేది సరిగ్గా ఉందా అన్ని స్క్రీన్స్ లో, ఐఫోన్, ఆండ్రాయిడ్, ట్యాబ్, వీటన్నిటిని టెస్ట్ చేస్తారన్నమాట యూజువల్గా వచ్చే ముందు. బిఫోర్ రిలీజింగ్ టు ద ప్రొడక్షన్, బిఫోర్ రిలీజింగ్ టు పబ్లిక్, they will be checking all these things. That is called the device compatibility, or some people will say device responsibility. అంటే ఆల్ టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ డివైజెస్ కి ఇది వర్క్ అవుతుందా లేదా, మీనింగ్ దిస్ అప్లికేషన్ ఈస్ వర్కింగ్ ఫైన్ ఆన్ ఆల్ ద డివైజెస్ irrespective of their sizes, their operating systems. So that is called device responsibility or device compatibility. Okay, so currently Gmail screen you have seen, right? Where did I put incognito window? Oops, One second. Okay. Right. So this is a content checking.
Yeah,
So
please.
UI
Continue.
tester, but for currently the example that I'm giving you, we are testing on the functional only. Functional and ఏంటంటే if the email is entered correctly, am I able to log in? If the email is entered incorrectly, am I still able to log in? So these kind of things are called functional testing. UI testing means checking whether hyperlink is working, whether button is working, whether whether layout is correct, is it pointing to same on all the screens. So this kind of testing is called UI, but currently for this example we are going to do the functional testing only. Okay, let us see with that. Okay, first scenario, I'm typing my correct password, I mean sorry, correct email address I have given it, right? So I will try to log in. Next window, what's happening? Password. But for now, as we try only 3 cases, I'm going to give a wrong password. Okay, wrong password ఇచ్చినప్పుడు what is going to happen when I give you a wrong password? Let's see. What is happening? The text is changed to red color and it's giving me wrong password. Try again or click forgot password to reset. Okay, you may come up with one more question. Now that Gmail ante మనం usually login అయ్యి we are checking, right? But when the first release Gmail, you do not know this message also, correct? Whether what is the exact comment that should be displayed. So for all these, people will be using there is one thing when you go to companies, they will have a screen, like they will put up what is the expected result. So for all these things, they will have a Figma software for that. You can call it a Figma. Figma అంటే ఏంటంటే all the screens. Suppose you are checking on a web browser or mobile. These are the expected results అని they will have a screens on Figma. So you need to compare with Figma whether the screen is correct. For example, now I got into Gmail wrong password, right? So this is the same screen that I should be looking at the Figma. As a Gmail, if it is new, imagine Gmail is new, you do not know what is the comment that should be displayed. So all is given to you by the company, don't worry about it. So now the current assignment, what's happening, if I key in wrong password, this is the screen. Okay, and we'll go back again and we'll see as a new user again. So I'm going to, that is one scenario, right? What I did, I gave it a correct username, wrong password. What should happen? So that is one thing. Second thing is, I'm going to give you wrong mail ID, something like I'm giving you a wrong mail ID. Let us see what is happen. Enter a valid email or phone number. So this is one more scenario that you will be testing. So this is one thing. Two things. Third thing is I'm entering the correct username, correct password. Correct username I entered. Let's see. And password also I'm going to give. Sorry, did I forget my password? Usually Gmail will put two cookies, right? Remember my password, remember my password. And whenever you need to log in again will be difficult for you. Let's see. Yeah. I gave the correct password. Then, of course, for my Gmail, I put up a authentication because nowadays you see so many spams. So always give for the two-step verification. So you can ignore for this now because you think that after giving correct username, correct password, I'm able to log into the Gmail properly. Okay. So this is application. I'm just giving you only 3 test cases. So we'll try to see how we put up. Okay. Now coming back to your Excel, in your test script. So I'm going to put Gmail login screen. What is the test case? First test case, to verify if user can log in using correct username but wrong password. So these wordings are a bit different from person to person, but at the end of the day, what is the main criteria is it should be easily conveyable. The message that you type need to understand by the entire team. So this one I told you while formatting, you can make use of the wrap text. If you are in Google Drive, don't worry, it's a little bit different from the Excel. So please do yourself, no problem. Wrap text, okay? And also, okay. This one, that is one scenario. One more is to verify. What is the second scenario that I told in the example now? To verify, anybody can tell me if user can log in using
Incorrect username.
correct, incorrect username. Okay. And the third scenario is to verify if user can log in.
Correct username and correct password.
Correct. Yes. Can log in. We can, technical terms, you can say successfully.
Fully log in.
Yeah. Can log in successfully if correct
Correct
user,
username and your password. Correct
correct
password.
password. Yes. Correct. So these three scenarios, I want you to write it. Uh, Precondition you can ignore for now. This column you can ignore for the assignment one, these three test cases. What are the test steps that I can give? First one,
Open login.
open
Gmail.
login or go to the web browser, open web browser,
User should be able to open the web browser and
and go to Gmail login page. Okay.
email login.
This one also you can write in your own words. At the end of the day, it should be easily understandable. Okay. Login screen. And second step is for this first test case, I'm giving correct username. Enter
Enter username.
correct username. But next, on the next screen, enter wrong password. Correct. This is the testing that we are doing. This is one more thing. That's it. So this is the test data for now. You can just put in your whatever Gmail account you put up. Password you don't put here because since we are testing on our personal data for now. So don't put your passwords when you send to me the Excel sheet. You can just put, it's fine if you can put to the Gmail ID. That's fine. But don't put the passwords. Since we are taking the personal data, because Gmail we do not have any test data currently, so we are putting our personal data. But in your companies you will never test using the personal data. Okay. What is the expected result for this? User should, what is the expected result? I should be coming up with a screen, right? User should
User should
be able
be
to
able to
see
log. Able to see, able to see.
alert or wrong message, right? See the
Mm.
Error
Error
chemical.
message.
one second. Yeah, I think my charger I forgot on it. Just give me a second. You can type whatever you understand in the expected result. Okay, yeah, I'm done. User should be able to see the
Error message.
error message, or they can put it as a alert message or error message saying, you can actually put the entire text here saying, what is the screen?
Enter the
Enter
correct
the
username.
wrong password.
I think you can put the exact message also here, whatever you find currently right in the screen.
Hmm.
Then we need to test again, like put up like something like, okay, here only, no? I'll give you the exact screen. You can enter the same thing. Okay. See, this is the box. Wrong password. Try again or click forgot password to reset. So this is the text. Think that I am giving you the Figma screen already. So this is the box that I need to see whenever they try to log in. So you can put the same message here. This one Google Doc, I think you may find it a little bit difficult. Excel is much more friendlier than this one. So stick to, normal MS Office Excel only, because this one is a little bit complicated. We normally don't try it also. Yeah. Okay. Expected result is user should be able to see the alert message saying wrong password, try again or click forgot password to reset. Okay. So when you actually test it, you put the screen whatever you look like. Okay. And test status. Test status means if you have the same screen like expected result, then you will put that test status is pass. If not correct, then you will put as fail.
Fail.
Okay. This is one thing. And device tested, currently I'm working only on the web browser,
Web browser.
internet internet, right? Internet I'm working, and you can put Google Chrome you're testing. If you're testing on different devices, maybe some of you are Internet Explorer if you're using, all the browsers may be different based on your options in your computer, right? Internet Explorer, or you can put Safari if you are working on Mac, or you can put Firefox if you are using that still, like this. There's so many browsers, right? Browser is a software which is allowing you to surf the internet. Firefox and Mozilla Firefox, that is from different company. So this is the usual browsers that you will use. If your column is extending, then try to use the wrap text in your Excel. Little bit different from here. Yeah. Date of execution is 10th March. Okay. This is the thing, device tested by Shailaja. But if you have if based on the requirement, suppose if you are working on Android and iPhone simultaneously, then you will have some other columns added up. So for now, this is a very simple high level test case scripting. Okay. So this is
So,
one thing.
Sailja
Yeah.
Garu, for
Yes.
actual result, we can put photo instead of means
I
adding
will.
a column, photo column, right?
Yes, yes, dear. I'm coming there only. Good that you asked me. Okay. This one usually when we see Sudha screen, you have seen it before there was a screen there, but it's up to you how you put it. But my best practice, what we do is I put the text only here. Same thing. Use, I mean, whatever you got it when you tested, if you get the same thing, yes, but that wordings will be changing now that actual result, right? I cannot put that user should be able to see the alert message. Okay, you can just put that a message is displayed. Correct, words you must change it. Actual result, you have actually tested and see what's happening. So actual result is a message is displayed which is wrong password, try again, or click forgot password. So for this test status will be what? Pass. I put pass. And whatever you tested your browser, you put it. Is that clear? Okay, now coming to your question about the image pictures, right? Okay, these two I want you to complete. Just I will once I will leave the class, you can spend just 10 more minutes for you to complete and send me an email. That's it. These two I want you to write yourself in the similar manner. Okay, all right. So coming to the images. Okay, images, what people will usually do is they will put all the screens in different folder on your computer and will share the folder with the team or team lead or business review. But what we usually, I mean, the current my team members are doing is we add up the screens in the same Excel. So when you're going for review, it's very easy. But what you need to do, you need to add one more sheet, which is my TC 001. I think all of you have done this way when I see the assignments. Good for that. TC 001 or whatever you name it. Maybe you might have named it TC GLS 001. You have named like that, no? So what I do is take the first case here only, and if you have the test second case images, I'll be putting in the TC. I'm following TC 001 and 002 to make easier for everyone, but it's up to you. The notation you can give whatever you feel like. Okay. So now I'm going to take the first test case. So just copy the entire whatever we have the test case, copy and put in my here. Okay. Then what I do is the screens I'll be adding here. So it's easy for me. When somebody says test case 1, they have the test case as well as the proof. Test case 2. Whatever the test script I have the for that second test case, I put up. So currently I have not written anything, but I'll be taking this one and copying there. Control C, Control V. Yeah, like this. Since I did not put up any text, it's like that. So for you, you will see the exact test script. So you can just makeup. You can just put some makeup to look it nicer. Okay, like this way I do. And also rearrangement, I told you, you should be able to use the rearrangement. Okay, how to put up the screens. I'll show you after that. Once we end the class, you spend 10 minutes to write, put all the images and close it. I don't want you to give a homework after today. Better to complete now only, before you wind up your session, so that it's easy for you. I don't want you, because we have so many things, right? Housework and all these things. So I want you to concentrate now only. Yeah. So this is the screen. Screen, how you do is, easiest one is snipping tool. Easiest one is scripting. First, I'll go from the beginning. Okay. Okay, this is the screen, right? Screen one. Take a screen, snipping tool, go to snipping tool, copy it. I'll take it newly. Okay. Edit or copy. You can copy or you can save in the folder. I'll show you next time. For now, just take the copy option and go to your Excel. I will see. I have opened too many tabs. There's a difficult. You know tab alteration, but that will be complicated for you. I'll show you going forward. So I'm putting here. What is the screen? I'm putting. See, this is so big that, so always how you do it. See, this one you just put the control, press the control and minimize it. Like that, you will come to see. Okay, it will minimize. Don't forget to press control button while you are dragging the images, otherwise the image will be distorted. I think picture moving and all is, I think is okay for you. If really difficult, then practical sessions we will see how to explain to you. Okay, this is screen one. Then going to one more same screen again. Okay, this is the screen. I have entered my Gmail ID. Then we need to take a picture. Snipping tool. This one. Edit copy. Then go to your Excel again where you put up your screen. Then put here. This one again, you just minimize it. Of course, to minimize, to post and all this, we have some macros in place, but I'm just telling you complete manually how you do the images. I'm showing this way for now. So this is the second screen. Okay. And then go into screen again. Is my Gmail. Yeah. Then I put up wrong password. Again, you can take this as picture, but I think there's no need. Just put up something random password, because our test case scenario is to try the wrong password. Then take a screen. Copy.
Sorry to interrupt you,
Yeah,
Shailaja.
yeah, no problem.
I can't see that snipping tool in my browser.
Browser.
The,
You have the search
that
button
means
at the bottom of the computer. Do you have at the search button?
search this.
Otherwise, print screen tells Nikila is cello.
Type here to search.
Yes. There you try snipping tool.
Yeah.
Got it?
Snipping app it is showing.
Okay.
Snipping
Just
tool.
click on
Okay.
that. Everyone has the same.
Oh,
If anyone has issue, or you can use the print screen also, but snipping tool is widely used and it's much more easier. You found it?
um,
Okay.
it took me to the other
App is it?
browser.
1 second, I'll
Yeah.
show you. Okay, go here, snipping tool. I think my computer already has it. Did you type snipping tool or snipping? Just snipping you added.
Snipping tool only.
Okay, let me see. We need to install. Yeah, some computers, if needed installation. Yeah, if you try to install the snipping tool app, right? It says app. If not, then go to print screen. That's also fine. If you're working on the same monitor, you know, right? Print screen, how to use. You have on your keyboard print screen button. But some of you must enter function button and click on print screen. PRTSCR, it should show. Do you have?
Let me check.
Okay.
I don't see.
Otherwise, you can try this one. Windows logo key. You're working on Windows, I believe, right? Not Mac.
Yeah, not Mac,
Windows.
Windows. Yeah.
Click on Windows button,
Mm-hmm.
Shift
Mm-hmm.
together, S letter. You got it?
No, sorry.
No, this one like this. You are seeing my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, Windows, Shift button. You have the Shift button also, right? Above
Yeah.
the control button. That
Yeah.
one, and all together you just see.
Okay.
And click on print screen. Then you should be able to see, like, kind of scissors. If
Mm-hmm.
really not, then no problem. After that, you try to install it. You take help of your kids or your husband. Yeah, definitely you should be able to do it. Any others has the same issue?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, test case you can paste in chat box. Okay, Saujanya. Yeah, we'll put everything here. Okay, like this you must be putting the screens. So I just give it to you to complete for all the three like this. Okay, so what I have done, I have entered the wrong password. Then what is happening? I have opened so many windows for what? Okay, wrong password, right? Then click on next. What's going to happen? I got it. So this is the screen, right? Actual screen is expected result for me. Same thing, I got it. But snipping tool better to install here because that is the easiest one for all the testers. So those who have not, who do not have the snipping tool, please install one for. I think I thought it automatically pops up, but maybe based on the computers and then versions. So do that one. Install it today in case if you don't have. And this one also I gave you. Click the control button and resize it. That's easy. This is my test case one already done. For second test case, you don't need to repeat all the screens since I already gave the screens. But of course, this always depends on the company. Usually, nobody will ask you to take from the beginning. Since you already covered it, test screen 2 will be just one image only. You got it what I mean, right? Test case 1, since we are new to the screen, we are giving all the screens from beginning. Test case screen, you just need to enter wrong password and just take the screen. That's it. Next, going to the test case 3. Test case 3 will be your correct username and correct password. I think, yeah, this is the one. Some of you asked me to copy this one in the chat window. Okay.
Means the only the result picture you can post it in the
Yes,
scenario
yes,
2 and scenario 3, right?
yes. But this heading we'll put, everywhere we'll try to put this heading. Since I have not completed here, okay, let me see here. This one, I have not completed, right? That's the reason why I didn't put up. But this one description always better to put. So when your review time, it will make half the work solved. So this one on the screen, what happened? Enter incorrect username. That is my second scenario. Got it? So this one, test data, I'm using the same thing. So I'll put up the same thing here. Then copy the same. So the same thing, copy it, copy and put it. Okay. This one, let's say same screen number 2. I copy, control C, going to say. Yeah, this one I mean to say. On the top, you'll better leave the description every time. Okay. Got it, guys? Is it clear to everyone?
Yes.
Any difficulty? I gave you only 3 for this class. So you just try to complete this one in your own terms is okay. Based on your application, I mean, based on your Excels, I will comment whether anything wrong or is this fine. Okay. Yeah, any doubt? Somebody is asking something?
Sailja garu,
Yeah.
first we have taken picture of the Gmail login screen, right? Should we
Yes.
take that login screen at the beginning also? At least one picture means for every case, should we keep that also? Should we insert that and the
No.
incorrect? What is the actual result?
Yeah, that's what I was telling. In case if you have already put in the first case, no, these are same screens, then no need to put for the second one. Okay, second one you will just start. Okay, I'll show you one example. Okay, test case one, I'm writing the correct username, wrong password. I gave all the screens here. But second scenario, what I'm doing, I'm just going to put the wrong username. Correct? So I will be taking that screen only. I'm coming here again. Okay, think that this is new to me. Okay, some of you, okay, when you're trying, just try to key in the numbers. I will tell you why I've told you to give the numbers. Okay, this is the screen that I'm giving, right? I just take one image only. Snipping, wrong username, right? Sorry, snipping, new, copy. You don't need to copy actually, it automatically copies, but I'm just giving you very high level if you're completely new to the snipping tool. Okay, I put here. This is the testing screen. But for this scenario, you're just putting wrong username. That is one screen we need it. Okay, it's one screen. Yeah, this one. This is one more screen. That's it for the second one. You don't need to enter like empty box and all. Of course, for Gmail, you will see when you're doing in a big application, you will understand what is the use of it just by minimizing 2 screens, 3 screens. Is that clear now?
Yes, sir.
Got it right. So based on the situation, you don't need to take the additional screens, but for the situation demands, then you need to put up that screen. Like what is the tested one, what is the actual result. These 2 screens should see. This one you can arrange later.
So for
Usually
every
when you,
case, for every
yeah.
case, 2 photos must be inserted.
Yes, but there is no fixed like 2 screens or 3 screens.
Means the
Whatever scenario.
expected, whatever we
Yes.
are typing in that,
Okay.
and then what is the result coming out. So these
Yes,
are the
correct.
2 photos, right?
Correct. Testing scenario one screen. Maybe you can understand like that.
Yeah.
And also what is the actual result that you are getting. That's it. Of course, for Gmail, you will see almost similar screens everywhere. But when you actually do one more application, then you will see the real difference by minimizing these screens. Okay, I think we'll wind up the session in 5 minutes. If any doubts, please put in the chat window. Otherwise, I just want you to stay for 10 more minutes just to complete these 3 only. Remaining all, you can just leave it like this. Just to make use of autofill function, I told you to drag until 13. That is one thing. So I want you to put up all the 3 things nicely formatted with Excel skills. Maybe put up like something like this or some different color. But practically when you are doing the real testing in companies, you will not get that much time except formatting the top layer, top headings. So I want you to do that, and I want you to put the screens for 3. If you have your cookies are on and the computer remembers your password, try to learn how to use the incognito window. Of course, when you are using incognito window, little bit challenge like to come back here and put the screens. Okay. Or if you know how to reset your cookies, then you can do, or you can take help of your family how to reset. But be careful while resetting cookies, because your computer, I believe, is a shared computer. So your husband, your kids maybe like, put the for their class session, they might have given the remember my password. So be careful. I don't want you to reset the cookies without knowing that one. Yeah. That's it, guys, for today. If any doubts, we'll see 5 minutes. Is all clear to you? Himabindu, I can see. Yeah, somebody Bharati, you need to install snipping tool. Any doubts, guys? We'll wind up at 10:30 exactly. Sorry, I thought actually 1 hour class, but so practical scenarios may take time until we understand everyone's like how you are coping up with Excel and all. Before physical session, we are going slowly like this. After Excel workshop, then we can go in like I can just tell you do in Excel. That's fine.
Sailaja garu.
Yes, yes.
అంటే ఈ రోజే ఫస్ట్ క్లాస్ కదా చాలా అంటే
Oh,
ఎక్సెల్
okay.
కొంచెం చాలా టఫ్ గా ఉంది.
Excel, okay.
అంటే
Excel
ఫీడ్
అందరి
చేయడం.
demand. ఓకే. నో ఇష్యూ. నాకు నెక్స్ట్ సండేకి మీరు టైం పెట్టుకోండి. సాటర్డే ఆర్ సండే. ఐ థింక్ ఐ ప్రిఫర్ సండే ఆఫ్టర్‌నూన్ దిస్ వీక్. నెక్స్ట్ వీక్
ఓకే.
సండే అయితే ఫ్రీగా పెట్టుకోండి. అట్‌లీస్ట్ 2 సెషన్స్ లాగా పెడదాం. ఒక బ్యాచ్ 1, బ్యాచ్ 2 హూఎవర్ కెన్ మేక్
ఓకే.
ఇట్. ఎక్సెల్
ఓకే.
నేర్పిస్తాను. ఎందుకంటే ఎక్సెల్ వస్తే మీకు కొంచెం ఫాస్ట్‌గా అయిపోతది. లేదు అంటే
అదే
యూ విల్
అదే.
స్టక్. యూ విల్ స్టక్.
యాహ్!
దట్స్
యాహ్!
ద ఓన్లీ రిక్విజిట్ లైక్ వర్డ్, ఎక్సెల్ బాగొస్తే ఈ చిన్న చిన్న స్నిప్పింగ్ టూల్స్ ఇవన్నీ ఏంటంటే టూల్ ఉంటే మీకు ఈజీ అయిపోతుంది.
అదే అదే.
Sorry,
ఓకే.
Shweta is in English, right? Shweta, I think, yeah. Same with me. Neelima, got it. Yeah, everyone. Excel we take separately rather than the testing classes. I don't want you to waste your time here. Will
ఓకే.
be the next weekend only max. I got 2 venues, only the capacity I need to confirm. Yeah.
ఓహ్!
Okay, girls, I think for this week I have given you these 3 lines only. Whoever can do it, please do it. If you have any issues, then raise it to me. You can call me today after 12:30. I'm free only.
శైలజ గారు
12:30
ఒకసారి
onwards.
టెస్ట్
Yeah.
స్టెప్స్ లింక్ స్క్రీన్ చూపించరండి.
Test steps, huh? Okay. You can just actually log into my Google Drive. I will give you the sharing option.
ఓకే ఓకే.
Okay. Test steps is like this. Okay, I'm sharing now only. Copy link and I'll put in the class. Okay, I'll give you anyone with the link. Okay, copy link. See, I have given in the class. Maybe you can, and also on the WhatsApp group description also I'll put it. Okay, this is the spreadsheet that I gave you. Yes, Swapna. Some of you have done already very good job. I have seen 3 students have sent me already. So they have done. Everyone has done a little bit different, but all are correct. Only a few comments. Comment more than comments. I say is like few suggestions and tips from your assignments. I will reply back to you. Yes, Swapna.
యా ఓకే అండి. థ్యాంక్ యూ.
షూర్ అమ్మ. చూసాను నేను యాక్చువల్‌గా 3 పంపించారు. అంటే
ఓకే.
ఈరోజు మళ్ళీ చేస్తున్నామని చెప్పి నేను ఐ డిడ్ నాట్ రిప్లై. శ్వేత, లీలా అండ్ సుధా యూ హావ్ సెండ్ మీ. అండ్ ఆల్సో దోస్ హూ వాంట్ టు సెండ్ మీ జీమెయిల్ ఐ హావ్ గివెన్ యూ ఆల్రెడీ. amulu.sg@gmail. It's very easy to remember also. Yeah.
ఫ్రమ్ స్వప్న రాలేదండి మీకు మెయిల్.
Swapna, Sudha, Sweta, Swapna. This one. Yeah. Excel, right?
ఓకే ఓకే. ఎస్.
This one I didn't open.
అది
So
అసలు రీచ్
Excel
అయిందని.
I did. Test cases చూసాను. Yeah, got it.
ఓకే అండి.
Yeah. Okay, dearies, I think we'll wind up the session. If any doubts, I'm free only today after 12:30 to 6. You can call me anytime. If not, weekday, because weekend you can spend with your families. But I want you to spend at least 10 minutes after my class yourself so that it will be easy. Any doubts or any phase like whether I'm going too fast or too slow, please do WhatsApp. I think some of you I have called you already. Some of them are very happy. They are able to catch up with the classes. If really anyone feeling difficulty with Excel is one concern. Other than Excel, if anything, feel free to WhatsApp. I think some I missed last 3 weeks because last 3 days. But today, from today again, I'll be back to your messages. Yeah. Okay, girls. Thank you for joining the session.